Okay, so hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a really exciting video for you all. I'm doing a get ready with me, doing my makeup whilst I react to unpopular opinions from Reddit. I just wanted to film a get ready with me, but I didn't want it to be boring, so I thought, why not hop on Reddit, because there are some funny old things on there, and we'll have a bit of fun, and I'll do my makeup. So before we get started, make sure you do like, comment and subscribe, and down below comment what your thoughts are on these opinions. Remember, they're not my opinions, I'm reading them. Say my thoughts if I think they're if I agree with them or not, to be honest. I'm gonna put my hair up, well, sort of up. I look a bit of a state, but who cares? Well, I care, because otherwise I wouldn't have said it. Right, so I'm gonna not show you what I'm using, but I will put everything I've used down below so you can see what I used down below. Right, let's get started. First up is that the wellness industry is just as bad. The first thing is the wellness industry is bad and manipulative. I agree and disagree with this. I think it's people that you know, on TikTok and that share that wellness lifestyle, they can be very good and it can help a lot of people, but yeah, it can make people feel like shite. And I don't know, I'm 50-50 with this. I think it depends how far the person and the wellness industry go, if that makes sense. But oh, I don't know. No, I do kind of agree, but I don't think it's all bad. But that's like anything really. Demanding YouTube be free with no ads make no sense. 120% agree, and I'm not just saying that because it's my job. I'm saying it because what industry doesn't have adverts? No, but they just would not make money. Like, that's the way the world is, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because it's my job, but even if it wasn't, it wouldn't even cross my mind. When you watch the TV and you're watching a TV show, it has adverts, you know what I mean? Everything has adverts. Even free apps on the App Store have adverts whilst you're playing them. And yeah, it's annoying, but that is the way the world works, to be honest. And listening to an audio recording is not reading a book. Well, no, it's not reading a book, it's listening to a book. I don't think anyone that says they read books is lying. I think anyone that listens to books on, like, I don't know, Audible or something, they just say that, don't they? But I don't know. If they are saying they're reading a book, just let them. I mean, it won't really bother me. Unless they were trying to be like really intellectual. There's nothing wrong with listening to a book, but yeah, you're right, it isn't. That simply is not reading a book. There's nothing wrong with it. I have more empathy for homeless animals than homeless people. I agree. I completely agree. That's not to say I don't have empathy for humans that are homeless. Obviously I do. However, I believe, okay, no, not everyone, okay, this is going to come across, animals, they are completely innocent. They do not deserve to be on the streets. And no, I'm not saying people do, they 1,000,000% most of the time don't. They don't. However, I'm not trying to tar any homeless person under the same brush, and I will forever have sympathy because there are so many different reasons that that person is living on the streets. But it's a known fact that most of the time it is due to their own doings. I'm not saying everyone at all, I'm not saying that. And I still feel bad for the people that have ended up on the street from their own doings, because that is awful. And I do feel more sympathy for animals because they're not evil at the end of the day. They're not. And That's the same thing. You could say the same thing like, oh, well, that person who maybe have brought homelessness on themselves is not evil. They could have been made that way or brought up that way. And yeah, I agree, and that's why it's such a hard topic. It's really annoying that so many people pull out their phones and record at a concert. I get where you're coming from. I do get where you're coming from, but people are gonna want to. And I've recorded at concerts. It's because you just want to have memories, and I know you can say, oh, the memories are in your head, but you know, it's not the same. It isn't. You can watch it back and it's nice, but yeah, I've done that. I've recorded at concerts many a times, but I can see what you mean, how it can be really annoying because everyone has their phones out and you're trying to watch, and then there's literally just phones everywhere. So I do see both points of views. I have filmed at concerts, but I've also been annoyed that there's a million trillion phones in front of me. I get what you mean when people are just like literally filming the whole thing and they're holding up their phone the whole entire time. But it's a free world. they can. Sometimes standing up for yourself is just picking an argument. Oh, okay, this is an interesting one. This is just one of them things again that it's like, oh, I don't know how really to think about that, because I would say no. I'd say always stand up for yourself, and it's not picking an argument. Yeah, it might result in an argument, and I'd say 50% of the time or 60% of the time it does go to an argument, because that's just the way the world is. But also, there are some very petty people in this world that think they're standing up for themselves, but they're not. They're just being an absolute dick, basically. So I kind of agree with that. But no, I do agree with it. Sometimes standing up for yourself is just picking an argument. Only if you are genuinely looking for an argument. You're not trying to stand up for yourself. You're just being a dick, basically. But other than that, always stand up for yourself. This is interesting, right? Someone's put, I never apologise for anything. And then underneath their reasoning for it, I'll read the reasoning because this is an interesting one. As the title says, I never apologise. You don't need to if you simply never put yourself into a situation where you're forced to. Everything I say and do is intentional. I don't feel sorry because I made the choice and committed to it. Regretting my choices is both a waste of time and energy, so I simply don't spend time worrying about the past. Oh my god, okay. I truly believe everyone has got to be sorry about at least a couple of things in their life, and I'm sure this person is just on a big high horse. But, I mean, if they did say something that upset someone and they genuinely mean it, then yeah, don't say sorry. But I mean, I would, if I upset someone, even if they upset me, I would say sorry. Because two wrongs don't make a right. But if you have that mindset, then I'm sure you're very, very happy. So, you know, enjoy your life, mate. I'm sure you're happy. That one, I don't really know what to answer that one, guys, to be honest. Some YouTuber apology videos aren't that bad. Okay, so I agree with this. I think we have taken the YouTube apology because there has been a lot of very bad ones, and we've kind of just like got overexcited and ran with it and been like, oh, that was so bad. But I'm not talking about people that have done really, really awful things. Just keep that in mind. But people, can I just say, you do not believe, if you look up everything, if you look up footballers and the controversial bad things they've done, or anyone in sports, this is very important, so listen. I was talking about this with my boyfriend the other day. The amount of women on YouTube that get cancelled for things. I'm not saying I agree with certain ones. I don't really care, to be honest. But the amount of people in sports, men, that have done the most awful things or the same kind of things that these female YouTubers have done, they don't get nearly amount of backlash. And I'm not saying these female YouTubers do, and I'm not even thinking of a specific one. Like, genuinely, if you ask me, I don't know. But they don't get as much backlash. And I'm not one to be like feminist ever. I'm not like that. I'm not like that. But with that, I really am. And I only realised that the other day, that how bad it is. They continue playing football, most of them, don't they? I mean, the amount of like nasty tweets they've sent out, way worse than some of the YouTubers. They're still kicking a ball around the field, getting watched, getting paid. But that's just my opinion. I don't mean to offend anyone by that, and I'm not saying that they deserve to be cancelled or not cancelled. I am just saying that I think it's a bit unfair sometimes. The habit of waiting for someone before eating needs to stop. I agree and disagree. If your food has come before someone's in a restaurant, then wait. Unless they say they don't care, then listen to them. But it's polite to wait. However, I get what you mean, because, for example, say you've invited family round for dinner and a certain family member is like an hour late and hasn't even said, then yeah, just eat. You know what I mean? So it depends on the situation, in my opinion. But I would always wait for people to, like, till I started eating, unless they were like rude and didn't turn up and didn't tell me, you know what I mean? Gypsy Rose Blanchard shouldn't be famous. Okay, so I'm torn on this. I think the poor girl's been through enough. She did something bad. She saw the time for it. And I think just let her do what she wants. If she wants to become social media famous, let her. However, I also think it could be possibly dangerous for her. And I don't think she's obviously still so traumatised by her life. Like, being in prison for 8 years and not having her, like, obviously she eliminated her mum. Even though she's not there anymore doing it to her, you still have that trauma. She went through an absolutely, like, just ridiculously awful situation. And that's going to haunt her for the rest of her life. And I feel like being on social media, it might not be the best idea. But then again, let her do what she wants. Like, she's been through enough. And she has a big support system. So, I don't really know, to be honest. People who get upset at swearing are childish. Okay. I disagree and agree. No, I disagree. I don't get upset by swearing. At all. Like, you can swear all you want, it does not bother me. Unless we're in, like, public and you're just, like, shouting out loads of swear words when you're drunk or whatever, then that's a bit embarrassing. But I swear quite a fair bit. Not in anger, just like, oh, for F's sake, or, you know what I mean? Like, I do. But I don't get annoyed at people for swearing, and to be honest, I don't really care if people do get annoyed at swearing, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think it makes them childish, I just think it shows they've been brought up a different way. Especially older people, they definitely are more sensitive to swearing, which I completely understand, because they were brought up in a different day and age to us. There is no point in having a relationship if you are not looking to settle down yet. I agree and disagree. I think majority of the time, yeah, there's not really any point, to be honest. Like, if you are in a relationship, this is what I've always told people. And because when I got with my first boyfriend, I was 14, and people would be like, oh, you're a bit young, oh god. And like, if I would say, oh yeah, I'm hoping to stay with him for the rest of my life, people would be like, well, sorry, what would be the point in dating otherwise? Like, what would be the point, genuinely? Like, that really used to bother me, and it still bothers me now. Even with my current boyfriend, you get people like looking down on you because I'm 19, he's 21, we're not even that young, and people still think it. It's so funny, and it's just like, yeah, oh, we're planning on dating for 3 years and just breaking up, you know, we've got it all sorted. Like, it's just weird. However, if both of you know it's not gonna last, then, and you're still happy being together, well, I don't see why anyone would want to be together if they don't see it lasting. So yeah, actually I agree, there's no point having a relationship if you are not looking to settle down yet. And when I know what you mean by settle down, like, not saying you have to, you know, buy a home together straight away and get all cozy, But I mean, like, if you don't see it lasting, what is the point, genuinely? YouTubers are exaggerating over censorship and demonetization. So what this means is a lot of YouTubers have been moaning about how their monetization, which is basically how you get paid on videos. If your video is demonetized, you will not get paid. And censorship is like, you're not allowed to say certain words, basically. No, I don't think YouTubers are over-exaggerating. Being a YouTuber myself, I don't think they are, because I have started a true crime channel recently, well, a few months ago, and honestly, like, you already put whether or not it's for kids or not. Like, you say, yes, it's for kids, no, it's not for kids. And all my videos, I put no, not for kids. Because they're not. I even do it on this channel, but especially on my true crime channel. It's not for kids. Therefore, it won't be shown to them. And that's why I think, if someone chooses to watch that, yeah, it should be monetised. And trust me, when I say I've uploaded like over 10 videos on that channel, and I think 2 are monetised. How do you expect people to earn a living? Especially people that do just true crime. And that's why a lot of them have to do sponsorships in every video. Which I used to think, like, oh god, that, like, every video, really? But no, it makes sense, because they aren't earning from YouTube, so they got to earn somehow, haven't they? Ignore my red nose, I'm gonna fix it in a minute. Motivation is more important than discipline. I 120% agree with this. I'm not saying discipline isn't necessary at all, but discipline truly does not help me. Like, and I think a lot of people can agree with that. If I need to do something and I'm told off, if I'm not motivated, I still won't do it. I need motivation. And I think literally nearly everybody's whole drive is because of motivation and not because of discipline. That's what I think. So I agree. You shouldn't date if you still live with your parents. Right, that's a little bit weird. No? What? That doesn't even make sense. I genuinely don't even... I would love to know the reason behind that. That doesn't even... Okay. Respect is earned is just an excuse to be an arsehole to people. Yeah. I agree and disagree. If there's a reason why you're not respecting them, then yeah, fair enough. It is earned. But if you're just being an absolute dick and they have earned your respect and you're not giving them respect, then yes, I agree. But that's, you know, circumstantial. Someone's put absolutely no one should be driving. The reason for this is because of, you know, pollution, traffic, everything like that. But then it's not how the world works. And that's like saying no, aeroplanes shouldn't be allowed. And yeah, you might say it might make the world last longer, but are people going to be very happy? No, I highly doubt that. That is me already. I've done my mascara and lips off camera because just thought, why not? But that is the end of my video. I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please give it a big thumbs up and comment down below your thoughts on these opinions, because I am intrigued to know, and I love you all so much. Please subscribe, it would mean the world. Give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff, and I love you all so much.